shop or hobby shop. They sell it. It's an artificial synthetic hair. And I just glued that on and painted it. I had myself Rodney.
Does Rodney have a mate? Are you working on that?
Working on it.
Yes. Frankenstein's bride.
Yeah.
Who are the? That's great. That's great. Let's give Rodney a rest now. Who are the leaders in this field? You know, General Motors has their field, and this is monster makeup we're talking about here.
Yes.
Who are the leaders? Who would somebody emulate?
Well, myself, I was very inspired by a man named Dick Smith. He's one of the best in this field. He's been there for 43 years.
Oh, my.
And he's taught just about every makeup artist who's in the field now how to do the special type of makeup that we're doing now.
You mean that his work is in some of the old films that we might have seen?
Yes. If you remember The Exorcist.
Yes.
He did that. That was his major film for doing horror type of makeup. And he did a film called The Godfather, where he did old-age makeup on Marlon Brando. That's how he started.
I see.
Character makeups.
And where would somebody go to school for this? Because obviously you can't get it in high school.
Well, there's not many schools around for this type of makeup. There is one school in California called Joe Blasco School of Makeup, and they teach the techniques that we're doing now.
I see.
And they explain the basics of it and how to do this type of makeup. And it's about the only one that I know of around that teaches that.
Mostly,
yeah.
You can, like if you go to the library, you can pick up books on it that can help you out, teach you the basics of it and explain about it and everything. You can learn mostly on your own. If you do it a lot and keep on practicing and perfect yourself if you go alone.
Well, we have some books here. Why don't we just show the viewers a book that they could get out of their library, I guess. Is that correct?
Yes, this is a book called Three-Dimensional Makeup by Lee Bacon. You can find it in any library around. They should have it. And it teaches all the techniques that you really have to know to be a makeup artist. And it's a very good book.
Would somebody who wanted to do their own Halloween mask making, would this be the kind of a thing that they could get and maybe start from that?
It teaches the basics and it teaches it very clearly. You have to have a good art sense, though. You have to be a good artist to really get the concepts down. And there's a couple of them.
Yeah, let me see the...
This book is called Stage Makeup, and it teaches the basics also. It has a lot of stage makeup in it, which is the basics also, how to get shadows down in the foundations. And it's a very good book also. It's been around for a very long time. And this is also available in your library.
Good. And here's this other one with a very exciting cover.
Okay. This one's also called Stage Makeup. It's by Lee Bacon. Not Lee Bacon, Herman
Buckman, yeah.
Yes. This book teaches you the basics, not as well as the other two, and it was made around 1963, and the makeup then was not too sophisticated, to teach people. And out of the best out of them is probably three-dimensional makeup. It's the best one to get.
And what about, we had discussed the associations. Is there any, if somebody were interested in being a special effects makeup artist, is there a group that they could go to, or is it a very closed community, or is it hard to get in, or what?
Well, mostly you have to, there's not really a, formed group for makeup.
Society of Special Effects Makeup Artists.
Except for a makeup union.
Yes, the makeup union. It's a hairstylist and makeup union. It's very hard to get into, and it's hard to get into if you want to do it for a living to make a set income. But we're freelancing it, so it's very hard.
I see. And can you show us some of the magazines?
These are magazines that you can buy in the store, which have a lot about makeup and describes how some of the effects were done in movies that you see.
Yeah, I see the nightmare effects of the Twilight Zone.
And explains it and the makeup jobs and the people who did them. And there's also Cinemagic, which is mostly for like effects, but also with makeup too. And mostly young kids write into this magazine to, write out to see if they can contact other people who's doing the same thing. And they want to...
Oh, and they start a network. Yeah. They start a network. Yes. Good. Okay, so all the casting directors college students who are putting on monster movies. Here we have two special effect artists who want to get into the business and want to help you do your thing. When we come back for the second half of the show, we're going to have a stenotypist who's going to take down some of the language that we're using here, and maybe she might have a special symbol for boogeyman noises. So we're going to take a break. Stay with us.